Warning, the following contains contents and claims that others may find offensive. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hi there, I'm Luminous. And it's that time again, because once more it seems our lovely, cutesy, and innocent little show is plagued with another dark blemish on its otherwise pristine white coat. The topic of cutie marks have been brought up before, the nature of which never truly mentioned until Generation 4, and then only slightly touched upon. Reviewers like Tommy Oliver have delved into the mysterious forces that all these marks, but have missed or simply disregarded events in the stories, knowingly or unknowingly. Cutie mark, up until Generation 4, were ominously referred to as simply marks, and they shall be referred to as such for the duration of this video, so to better capture their true nefarious purpose. So, what are these marks? Why are they here, and what purpose do they serve? Perhaps a better question is, whom do they serve? These marks depict the creature's special talent, the skill or craft they practice. However we see it brings in compulsion to do said task. When Apple Bloom came down for case of the cutie pox, they were forced to perform each task that was ordered of them. While Tommy Oliver simply brushes this off, again not in good faith do the same. Such compulsions are also shown in the song, What My Cutie Mark Is Telling Me. Tommy makes a reference to this as well, saying cutie marks though are completely pointless because its rarity, instead of becoming tenacious and competitive, such as Rainbow Dash, she actually simply does tasks that Rainbow Dash would perform on professionally. But that makes sense, that she's performing the job and not taking on her friend's mentality. Even in a hive mind, there is still some degree of individuality to relieve stress on the main cerebral node. Otherwise, it would be completely autonomous. Everyone knows their tasks and does their tasks without question, even if it causes them harm and stress to themselves. An interesting fanfiction depicts Octavia obtaining her mark by non-traditional means, by using darker magics to summon the symbol, giving her her innate musical talent beyond that of any other in the world. It comes with a price. She sees hooks that compel her, pull her, and use her as a puppet to play the notes. When she disobeys, the hooks punish her. Perhaps this is the same magic that used to conjure all marks that appear on ponies, but without the safeguard of protection placed upon them, the spell runs amok. Perhaps Celestia even was the one who made the spell, and then, as times changed, added this protection to create the illusion of free will in the society. If ponies knew they were under control, they would revolt, but in their ignorance they are blissful and carefree. You can see marks typically appear in an ordered fashion. As ponies will have marks dictating something to do with field work, Pegasi with weather, and unicorns with something to do with arcane sciences. Many of you may be familiar with marks being used in World War II by the Nazis. These marks would tell any warden or overseeing officer what the crime of the person was. They used these crimes, their past lives, and able to choose what job would be most fitting for them. Celestia's guards, the nameless, faceless, and almost indistinguishable people, could be attributed to the couple. They were assigned by the SS guards to supervise forced labor or carry out administrative tasks in the camps, also called prisoner self-administration. Those who often wore this rank were those who were violent criminals and gang members, turned victim against victim. Interestingly enough, the purple triangle, while not being the most popularized one, was that of the brand of the Jehovah's Witness. These were pacifists, those who would not bow down to Hitler, those who would not take up arms and fight in combat. You could maybe even attribute this to Earth Pony's stubbornness. Back before Celestia reigned, the Earth Ponies would farm the land themselves. They worked tirelessly to provide food for all factions. Imagine, if you will, someone coming along proclaiming to be a deity, trying to force you to bow down before them and relinquish your past goals, aspirations, and beliefs. The Jehovah's Witness would be forced to work long, grueling shifts. They were classified as ethnic Jews and would be seen as the bottom of the food chain, even within the prison confines. They were especially treated to harsh labor, due to their reluctance to even acknowledge Hitler as any kind of force to be reckoned with. These are just two connections. There's multiple different connections you can make, but in a world like ours, there's multiple connections you can make to a lot of tragic events. There's a lot of ways you can spin what seems positive to be a negative. And while I do not believe there is some sort of secret conspiracy, some sort of hidden message that is this deep in such an innocent little show, it certainly is fun to think there is. So what are these marks? Harmless depictions of one's own ideology of what they are good at? Or tools to manipulate and construct the public into performing tasks needed by the society? Comment down below what you think. Like, subscribe.